50 years old, and a few months ago, I realized something that shook me more than any breakup, more than any job loss, more than any failure. I realized I don't remember when I stopped living, not when I failed, not when I messed up, but when I quietly accepted a life I never actually chose. No dramatic collapse, no big explosion, just a slow fade, one ordinary day at a time. I wake up, I go to work, I come home, I eat, I watch something, I sleep, repeat. And for years, I called that stability. But deep down, it felt like waiting. Waiting for what? I didn't know. I just knew something was missing. I remember the exact moment it hit me. It was my birthday. No big party, no surprise. Just a few messages, a small cake, people smiling, telling me, "Congrats." Half a century. Big milestone. I smiled too. But inside, I felt empty. Not sad, not angry, empty. Because a thought came into my head. If I'm honest, I don't feel like I've lived 50 years. It felt more like I survived 50 years. There's a difference. When I was younger, I had dreams. Not perfect ones, not realistic ones, but alive ones. I wanted to build something, create something, become someone I respected. I thought I had time. I always thought I had time. In my 20s, I told myself, I'll figure it out in my 30s. In my 30s, I'll get serious in my 40s. In my 40s, I'll start once things calm down. Things never calm down. Life doesn't suddenly clear space for you to become who you want to be. You have to take that space. I didn't. I chose comfort, not happiness. Comfort. A job I didn't hate but didn't love. A routine that felt safe. People I got used to. Days that looked the same. I wasn't miserable enough to change. And that's the most dangerous place to be. Not rock bottom, not crisis, but fine. Fine slowly kills ambition. Fine slowly kills curiosity. Fine slowly kills the man you could have been. I spent years telling myself, at least I'm responsible. At least I pay my bills. At least I'm not a failure. But not a failure is a very low dream. No one warns you about this. No one tells you one day you'll wake up and realize decades passed and you were waiting the whole time. Waiting to feel ready, waiting to feel confident, waiting to feel motivated. Motivation doesn't arrive, it's built. I remember sitting in my car after work one evening, engine off, hands on the steering wheel, not wanting to go home, not wanting to go anywhere, just sitting, thinking, if this is my life for the next 20 years, I don't think I can do it. That thought scared me, because I wasn't talking about pain. I wasn't talking about chaos. I was talking about numbness. Numbness is quieter than suffering, but it's worse. When you suffer, you know something is wrong. When you're numb, you just slowly disappear. I started thinking about all the versions of me that never happened. The guy who learned that skill, the guy who started that business, the guy who took that risk, the guy who left that job, the guy who chose himself. They're all gone now. Not because I couldn't, because I didn't. That's a heavy realization at 50. You don't have infinite runway anymore. You feel time differently. You start doing math. You realize, even if I live to 80, that's 30 years. And those years will move faster than the last 30. That hits hard. So I asked myself a question I avoided my entire life. Am I proud of who I became? The honest answer? No. Not ashamed, not disgusted, just disappointed. And that hurt more than any insult ever could. Because disappointment means you expected more from yourself. Somewhere deep down, I always knew I was capable of more. That's what made it hurt. I realized something important. Nobody ruined my life. Nobody stole my future. Nobody held me back. I participated in my own stagnation. That's hard to swallow, but it's also empowering. Because if you helped create this life, you can start creating a different one. Not a perfect one, not a movie version, but a more honest one. I'm not trying to become 25 again. I'm not chasing lost time. I'm doing something harder. I'm using the time I have left. I started small, embarrassingly small, waking up earlier, moving my body, learning instead of scrolling, saving money, cutting out people who kept me stuck in old habits, doing one uncomfortable thing a day. Not because it's fun, not because I'm motivated, but because I refuse to die without trying. That's what this is about. Trying. Not becoming famous. Not becoming rich. Not becoming perfect. Becoming someone I respect. If you're watching this and you're in your 40s, 50s, or 60s, I need you to hear me. You're not dead. You're not done. You're not too old. But you are running out of excuses. That's the truth. You don't need to change everything overnight. You need to stop lying to yourself. You need to stop saying, "It's too late. It won't matter." What's the point? The point is this. One day you will die. And when that day comes, you will either think, "I tried," or "I waited." I don't want to be a man who waited. I don't want to be remembered as someone who existed quietly. I want to be remembered as someone who woke up, even if it was late. If this story feels uncomfortable, good. That means you recognize something in it. That means part of you is still alive. Don't ignore that. Use it. If you're ready to stop drifting, if you're ready to start taking yourself seriously, like the video, subscribe, and start today, not Monday, not next year, today. You still have time, but not as much as you think.